I do. Cool. Yep. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everyone. Just went out live in the pool hall there. Welcome to the Scottish National Age Group Championships Session 2. So it's our first day, and we're looking forward to some exciting swimming from our younger swimmers this afternoon. We had some good swimming from our 15, 16, 17, 18-year-olds and our relays this morning. It's now the turn of the 11 to 13-year-olds and 14-year-olds swimming. We're looking forward to seeing some 200 backstroke for the girls, 100 metres backstroke for the boys, 100 metres freestyle for the girls. Boys will be swimming 200 metres breaststroke, followed by a couple of heats of the girls, 1500 metres freestyle, and then some exciting relays with the 4x100 freestyle. So no 50s for our younger swimmers this year. That's come about as a British Swimming electing not to promote those for our very young swimmers down at the British Summer Championships, and accordingly Scottish Swimming has followed suit. So some nice shots across the pool of the team from Warrender. They had a cracking morning with some gold medals in the 1500 metres freestyle and good performances in the relays. Just a quick short announcement before the swimming gets underway. The officials are all in place, but I'd like to remind everybody that Scottish Swimming is promoting a Save Our Pools campaign. You'll have seen that there is some dire straits for some of our pools and down in England as well. They're coming under increasing pressure financially to stay open and to make pools affordable and ready. So the petition that Scottish Swimming has set up is now live, and we'd like to encourage as many people as possible to sign that petition. So please sign it and then share it amongst your family and friends as to help push for some financial relief to keep swimming pools open. You can find details of that petition on the Scottish Swimming website and also on social media. So like I say, please push that. We're hoping to get as many signatures as possible to try and push for that financial relief and keeping all our pools open. I think the swimmers are just about good to go behind the blocks. Oh, I tell a lie. It's a couple of minutes delay. But our first event then, the girls 200 metres backstroke. We're a bit short up here on the announcing this afternoon. Duncan McKinnell, our usual compere, is on his own in the arena, and I'm on my own. I'm Lynn Alderton on the live stream. I hope to be joined later by Robert, who was here this morning. So that's the health and safety announcement going on in the background just as the swimmers prepare for the first heat. And it's the 200 metres backstroke up first. We have 6 heats. In the first heat in lane 0, Ava Steele will go for first. In lane 1, Montonro Fallopi from Warrender Baths Club in lane 1. In 2, Ava Pettigrew from Cumbernauld. In lane 3, Ara Gill represents Carnegie. In lane 4, Lily Mundell goes for Heart of Midlothian. 5 is Lauren Dunlop from Dumfries. In 6, Rosie Suchfield, Warrender Baths Club. In lane 7, Charlotte Shane from University of Aberdeen Performance Swim. In lane 8, Rebecca Reid goes for Warrender Baths Club. And in lane 9, Gracie Haddell from South Ayrshire. And the swimmers are up behind the blocks, just about good to go. So there's 2 age groups vying for finals that will take place this evening. Youngest swimmers, the 11 to 13-year-old age group, they will go for one of the finals, and there will be 14-year-old swimmers in the other finals. All the age groups are aged at 31st of December. So when we see a 13 showing a 13-year age group, the swimmer could still be just 12. So we're being looked after. Our officials this afternoon. They look as though they're just about getting ready to go. Nice quiet start. So in the water they go, 2 sets of whistles for the swimmers in the backstroke events and a full heat lineup. We've got reserves for some of these events. Some of the swimmers unfortunately didn't get in. So let's say Eva Steele, Tonreno Fallopi, Ava Pettigrew, Ara Gill, Lily Mundell, Lauren Dunlop, Rosie Suchfield, Charlotte Chain, Rebecca Reid and Gracie Haddell. Fast start there from Lauren Dunlop. And Lily Mundell more so from Heart of Midlothian in lane 4. Fastest seed into this event. 2:46.52, but there's only 2 seconds across the whole of the field on entry. So Lily Mundell turning first there in 36.5. And Lily Mundell opened up about a 5-metre advantage during that first 100. Lily second in the East District age groups earlier on in this year, and that's where her time of 2:46.52 came from. In the first for the 100, 1:16.3. So she can keep that pace going. She's going to be coming in on about, well, certainly much faster than her 2:46 entry time. Lily Mundell in second place at the moment. East District also. Moten Rayo Fallopi from Warrender Baths Club in second place in lane 1. And her teammate Rosie Stutchfield also from Warrender Baths in lane 6 going well. Coming through now into Ava Pettigrew representing Cumbernauld in the yellow cap. She's led though from the beginning. Heart of Midlothian swimmer Lily Mundell turning over there 1:58.31. And that's a lovely head-on shot there of Lily. Head nice and still. Coming down the final length, just the 4 lengths in a long course pull for the 200 metres backstroke. Swimming well through into second place is the Warrender Bath swimmer Rosie Stutchfield. This the first heat though taken in a clear victory, 2:38.46 for Lily Mundell. 8 seconds of an improvement for her for the first heat. Rosie Stutchfield in second, 2:44.77. Ara Gill representing Carnegie came through in third place. All of the swimmers in this heat 13-year-old, and 5 more heats to come. So nice strong start there. And on to heat 2. We're doing side-by-side starts for this meet because it's very full. We want to get our races underway as quickly as possible. So swimmers move to the side. The lanes are all 2.5 metres wide, so there's plenty of room. So for heat 2 in lane 0, Maya Lern from Eithen. In lane 1, Lucy Fleming, East Lothian. In lane 2, Anna Lawson, East Lothian. In lane 3, Freya Keeling, Carnegie. In lane 4, Jasmine Robertson from Aberdeen. In 5, Ailey Fee, East Lothian. In 6, Abby Coventry from Morpeth. In 7, Anna Campbell, City of Glasgow. 8, Sophie Brown, City of Glasgow. And in lane 9, Millie Searle from Geary. In lane 7, Anna Campbell, City of Glasgow, just showing first down the first 50 metres. She's going to turn first, 36.24. Slightly better off the wall there, though, Abby Coventry representing Morpeth. So she's shown as a 12-year age group, so 11 or 12 years old she is, and coming up alongside Anna Campbell and just moving past as we move into the second 50 of the race. Quite close amongst the rest of the field. Perhaps the best at the moment is Ailey Fee, East Lothian, in lane 5. So she's made that lead her own, and another good lot of underwater work from the swimmer in the red cap, Abby Coventry from Morpeth. That's what saw her move into the lead at the end of the 50, and it's helped to support her staying into the lead and moving further ahead as we move into the second half of the race. Anna Campbell, the City of Glasgow. Just now being caught by Freya Keeling, representing Carnegie. But our leader, Abby Coventry from Morpeth, her entry time 2:43.96. That time coming from her bronze medal in the Northumberland and Durham Championships. And strong underwater work for her, even off that final turn. And stroking away. So that little advantage has been turned into a good 5 or 6 metres or so as we come into the final 25 metres. Moving through perhaps into second, Freya Keeling, Carnegie. So Carnegie swimmer 5th in the East District age groups, but a great time there from Abby Coventry. 2:37.52, so beats the time set in the previous heat. So good swim from her. In second place, Freya Keeling, 2:41.78. And third home, Ailey Fee from East Lothian. Just waiting for final confirmation of that result. Abby Coventry, Freya Keeling and Ailey Fee take the top 3 in Heat 2. So moving on to heat number 3. In lane 0, we have Kalila Smith from Aberdeen Dolphins. In lane 1, Caitlin Reid, Warrender Baths Club. In lane 2, Ella Cunningham, City of Glasgow. Lane 3, Lacey Padfield from Redditch. In lane 4, Leonie Bedborough from Incas. In 5, Daisy Gidley from City of Glasgow. 6, Emma Binney, North Ayrshire. In lane 7, Sadie Faulkner from St Thomas. 8, Abby Mitchell, Elgin. And in lane 9, Iris Blair, representing Finns. Cracking start in lane 1 from Caitlin Reid, Warrender Baths Club. Distinctive red cap out in front. Opened up an early lead of 3 or 4 metres over the rest of the field. A full body length clear of, in second place, Leonie Bedborough, representing Incas. So Leonie, the fastest entry into this heat. Her entry time of 2:42.18 swum at the East District age groups, where she was a bronze medal winner. There's no respect for the times of others, though, from our leader, Caitlin Reid. The entry times actually into this heat are really close. Fastest time 2:42 and the slowest time 2:43. But it's Caitlin Reid, without a doubt, coming into the wall first. 1:15.36, so that's the fastest halfway split we've seen. Ella Cunningham, you can see there from her split, a second faster, but she's got quite a lot to catch up. Ella Cunningham in lane 2. And Ella Cunningham moving through into second place, representing City of Glasgow. Now clearly through into second place is Ella Cunningham. So Ella third in the West District pre-snags meet. Held very recently, in fact, last opportunity for swimmers to get times to enter into the Scottish national age groups, and she's working hard now down this final length. I think she's going to catch her early leader. So Caitlin Reid and Ella Cunningham have quite a battle as we come in towards the finish. Moving through as well, Sadie Faulkner from Arbroath St Thomas. Between these three as we come in towards the wall. City of Glasgow swimmer it is, though, at the moment. Ella Cunningham looks as though she's timed this really well. Good touch there, 2:39.74 for Ella Cunningham. Second home, Caitlin Reid, 2:40.20. And third home, Sadie Faulkner, 2:40.72. So not quite as fast as the previous two heats, but good improvements on their times anyway. Ella Cunningham takes that one in 2:39.74. 3 more heats to come of this girls 200 metres backstroke. And with 2 finals to come, we've still got quite a lot of 13-year-olds. So just count them up, 1, 2. So 7 13-year-olds to come. The remaining swimmers, all 14. So in our next heat, heat 4, which is cyclically seeded, which means that the fastest swimmers for the next 3 heats are going to be in lane 4, and they get seeded. First one goes into heat 6, the next one into heat 5, and the next one into heat 4. So we do tend to see the swimmers coming from the middle lanes in these last 3 heats. In lane 0, we've got Katie Cooper from Warrender Baths Club. Lane 1, Eva Gordon, City of Glasgow. In lane 2, Evie Lamont from Glenrothes. In 3, Abby McMillan, City of Glasgow. Lane 4, Emmy Aitken, University of Aberdeen Performance. In 5, Sadie Llewellyn, Hamilton. In lane 6, Chloe Kirk, Mulgai and Bearsden. In lane 7, Jessica Kirkwood, University of Aberdeen. In 8, Abby Henderson, South Lanarkshire. And in lane 9, Amelia Burrell from Glenrothes. First of the wall, 34.74, Emmy Aitken, representing University of Aberdeen Performance. So 2:31.3 her entry time. So a good 10 seconds faster than the swimmers in the outside lanes. So Emmy will be looking for a good lane for this evening's final, swimming in the 14-year age group. Emmy was 4th in the North District Age Group Championships, a Youth Academy member. Turning first there, 1:12.99. Only a second and a half ahead of, alongside of those, Sadie Llewellyn from Hamilton Baths. Oh, she's not Hamilton Baths, actually. I just read Hamilton. Actually, swimming for Hamilton Aquatics. And so not a resident in Scotland, but a Scottish swimmer nonetheless. So orange cap there in lane 5. So Emmy Aitken turning first though, 1:52.36. So her lead extended from a second and a half, so she made up a second on that last 50. Third place at the moment in lane 6, it's Chloe Kirk from Mulgai and Bearsden. So maybe 5 metres or so back, and quite close to her, Jessica Kirkwood, second University of Aberdeen Performance swimmer. All these swimmers in the top 4 are 14 years. They're swimming in the 14-year age group. So Emmy going to be quite close to her entry time, if not inside. 2:31 was her entry time, 2:31.24. So 0.06 of a second improvement for Emmy. Sadie Llewellyn touching in second, 2:32.65. Chloe Kirk coming home third, 2:39.56. So a fast closing Sadie Llewellyn, 2:32.65 for her. You can see her split there, 37.75 for the fastest down the final 50. So another cyclically seeded heat to come. So for heat 5, Amy Rowell goes in lane 0 for City of Glasgow. Amy Rowell from City of Glasgow goes in lane 0. Amber Hinton in lane 1 from Dumfries. In lane 2, Madison Christophorus, Aberdeen Dolphins. In lane 3, Chloe Semple, South Lanarkshire. In lane 4, Evie Mackey, South Lanarkshire. In lane 5, Emily McDougall from Highland Swim. In lane 6, Imogen Barrett from Ren 96. In lane 7, Eva Smith, University of Aberdeen. In lane 8, Ciara Finlayson, City of Glasgow. And in lane 9, it's Heidi Carr representing Newcastle. So thanks to Amy Rowell's mum, who gave us that pronunciation. And of course I forgot, as soon as it went in one ear it went out the other. But if we do get pronunciations wrong, please come and let us know. We'd rather get it right. Heidi Carr, by the looks of it, electing not to swim. And I wonder if that was a malfunction there at the beginning in lane 3. Lane 4 really whizzing on ahead there. Evie Mackey representing South Lanarkshire. More commonly see her perhaps representing Lanark. But for national age groups, all of the teams in South Lanarkshire swim together as a composite representing South Lanarkshire. So Evie Mackey first of all, 34.46, a bit faster than we saw from the previous heat, but nothing in it just now. So Evie again is a youth academy swimmer with lots of form in this event. 2:30.4 her entry time. She was the winner of the pre-stags meet with the West District. She's also the West District age group and first in the Scottish summer meet last year. Let's see if she can improve on that and find herself a place in the British Summer Championships. So Evie Mackey stroking away well down this third length. Closest to her is Emily McDougall representing Highland Swimming. So Emily was a winner. In fact, she was the gold medalist in the North District age groups in this event, and being beaten by the West District champion. So final places at stake from the heat swims. Evie Mackey though looking very strong out in front. Time in there was 1:51.18 at the split. So 39 seconds or so. I think she will come in at around and about her entry time of 2:30. So inside the final 5 metres, I think she's going to be just outside 2:30, so she'll be just outside her entry time, 2:31.2 for Evie Mackey. So 0.04 of a second faster than we saw from Emmy Aitken in the previous heat. Second home, Emily McDougall, 2:34.59. Amber Hinton finishing in third place. So Amber Hinton, Dumfries swimmer, third home, her time 2:40.33. Final heat coming up. That's a confirmed result. The fastest 13-year-old that we've seen so far for the 11 to 13-year age group. At the time still belongs to Abby Coventry from Morpeth, with one of those early heats, time of 2:37.52 is the fastest at the moment. Final heat then. In the water now, in lane 0, Lexi Lamont goes for Aberdeen. In lane 1, Molly Irvine Watson from Dumfries. In lane 2, Ava Ross goes for City of Glasgow. Also City of Glasgow in lane 3, Abigail Crawford. In lane 4, Zara Kravich from East Lothian. In lane 5, Ailsa Rogers, Durham City. In lane 6, it's Lisa McNair from First. In lane 7, Casey Dixon, South Lanarkshire. In lane 8, Juliet Kidd, Dundee City Aquatics. And in lane 9, Isla Petrie goes for Moni Feith. Zara Kravich, fastest entry into this event, representing East Lothian and coming in as the East District champion, turning first 34.06, so that is the fastest time again. Zara Kravich, her entry time 2:26.00. Alongside her in lane 5 it's Ailsa Rogers representing Durham City. Ailsa is Scottish and bronze medal winner in the Northumberland and District championships that were held recently. And it's quite close between her and in lane 3 Abigail Crawford, representing City of Glasgow. Abigail Crawford was 4th in the West District age groups and 2nd in the West District pre-snags meet. Still Zara Kravich with 75 metres to go, and her lead is growing all the time. Zara, Youth Academy member. No splash at all coming from her toes, but working quite hard on the kick, going into the wall. 1:48.88. So her lead now is very nearly 5 seconds over in second place Elsa Rogers, who in turn is just a second or so ahead of Abigail Crawford from City of Glasgow. Zara Kravich, though, extending her lead. And I think she's going to come in under 2 minutes 30, so we'll see her take lane 4 in the final this evening. Zara Kravich just coming into the wall. And in fact, it's going to be an improvement on her. Ooh, not quite. 2:26.28 for Zara Kravich. So the fastest time by about 5 seconds. Of course, we don't know what Emmy and Evie have to give for the final, but they will all be there in the final this evening. So Zara 2:26.28, 2:33.80. In second place Elsa Rogers, 2:34.59 for Abigail Crawford in third place. Next up we have some boys. And the boys will be swimming the 100 metres backstroke. So that's the summary that you're just seeing there on the screen. I'll give you the finalists and the confirmed results as soon as I have them. So the 12 or 11 to 13 year age group, the finalists: Casey Dixon from South Lanarkshire, Abby Coventry, Morpeth, Lily Mundell, Amber Hinton, Madison Christophorus, Freya Keeling, Eva Gordon, Amy Rowell, Daisy Kildee and Kalia Smith are the finalists in the 11 to 13 year age group. Back to the water. So this is our first heat. There's 10 of them. In lane 0 we've got Alexander Prest. In lane 1 Joshua Dixon. In 2 Boyd Fernside. 3 Ross Allen. 4 Logan Wright. In 5 Hamish Tucker. 6 Archie Stevenson. 7 Finley Johnson. In lane 8 Alfred Storer. And in 9 Ryan Crabb. First to the wall it's Finley Johnson representing University of Aberdeen Performance in 37.51. Archie Stevenson in second, not very far behind, and it's still pretty close in the water. I think lane 7 perhaps still Finley Johnson and Archie Stevenson as well, working hard to get up on terms. And it looks as though the 3 swimmers in 6, 7 and 8 have it just now. So Archie Stevenson, Finley Johnson and Alfred Storer still working well over here on the spectator side in lane 2. That's Boyd Fernside, but I think it's going to be the swimmers in 7 and 8. Who's going to get the touch? It looks like it's going to be, Boyd Fernside, bucking the trend over here on the spectator side. 1:19.07 for him. Very close finish. So 1:19.07 for Boyd Fernside. In second place it was in lane 8, Alfred Storer from South Aberdeenshire, 1:19.09, and third home in lane 4, Logan Wright. So no final result there, but I'm pretty sure that that's who we had in the first 3 places. And unfortunately a technical infraction in lane 6. So 1:19.07, the time to beat. I say 10 heats of this, and the last 3 will be cyclically seeded. Mostly younger swimmers in this first few heats. So in heat 2 in lane 0 we've got Jacob Papelbaum from Aberdeen Dolphins. Ollie Jeffords, Ren 96, goes in lane 1. Oscar Muir from Cooper in 2. Just Broom from South Ayrshire in lane 3. Ethan Nolan goes in lane 4 for Warrington Baths Club. In lane 5, Andrew Patterson, City of Glasgow. Thomas Valskutz in lane 6 for Heart of Midlothian. In lane 7, Max Corcoran, South Ayrshire. In lane 8, Oliver Hodsick from the University of Aberdeen. And in lane 9, Finlay Duffin, Warrington Baths Club. It's the Warrington swimmer in the middle, Ethan Nolan, just out in front as we come in towards the halfway mark of this second heat. And still Ethan Nolan just in front, Andrew Patterson and Jasper Broom to either side of him in second and third place. Just 25 metres to go, but the Warrington Baths Club early leader, Ethan Nolan. 1:18.7 his entry time, but it looks as though Andrew Patterson might just be moving ahead of him in the water inside the final 15 metres, and it looks as though it's going to be Andrew Patterson just coming in. Andrew Patterson, representing City of Glasgow, going to take the second heat there. 1:16.95, a good improvement for him. 1:17.59, Ethan Nolan having to settle for second, and 1:17.71 for the third swimmer home, Jasper Broom. On to heat 3 then. In lane 0, Richie Saunders goes for Warrington Baths Club. In lane 1, Blair McCarroll, South Ayrshire. In lane 2, Logan Moffat from Kirkintilloch. In lane 3, Max Kelly Geary. In lane 4, Stefan Lechuk from Stranraer. In lane 5, Tialach Adam, Perth City. In lane 6, Leighton Bonner, Inverclyde. In lane 7, Caelan Cardy from Stirling Swim. In lane 8, Max Buchanan, Renfrew Baths, and in lane 9, Ewan Line representing Morpeth. Backstroke starts have improved tremendously since the advent of the new backstroke starting devices. Swimmers can get a much better push off the wall than they used to be able to because they don't fear falling down, and there's a fantastic start in lane 0 from Richie Saunders representing the Warrington Bath Club. Also going well over in lane 8, Max Buchanan, representing Renfrew Baths. It's going to be pretty close as we come in towards the halfway mark of this, our third heat. Max Buchanan in lane 8, just getting the touch there, 35.97. So Max's entry time of 1:18.44. He performed that at the West District pre-Snags meet where he finished 8th. So he's been putting in some work since that time because he's taking out this heat in lane 8. Just coming through now, Stefan Lechuk from Stranraer. Going to be really close at the finish, and strong fast finish in lane 3 from Max Kelly representing Geary. Between these three, who gets the touch? Max Buchanan. 1:16.1 for Max Buchanan to take that heat. Stefan Lechuk in second, 1:16.25. Max Kelly from Geary, 1:16.26. Just 1/100th of a second behind in third place. So just while the swimmers get into a state of readiness, I'll give you the finalists for the 14-year-olds in the 200 metres backstroke. Finalists Zara Kravich, Evie Mackey, Emmy Aitken, Sadie Llewellyn, Ailsa Rogers, Abigail Crawford, Emily McDougall, Chloe Kirk, Lisa McNair and Ella Cunningham. Heat 4 then, Murray Johnson goes in 0, Vic Rudry in lane 1, in lane 2, Lance McMahon in 3, Ethan Woodley in lane 4, Harry Cook, 5, Duncan Curry, 6, Jasper Harrison in lane 7, Matthew Piatek in lane 8, Fraser Muir, and in lane 9, Austin McCall. First to the wall in lane 7. No touch going up there, but it definitely was lane 7 first to the wall. Matthew Piatek. In second just now in lane 4 it's Harry Cook. And Harry Cook getting the better of this second length. Harry Cook, fastest entry time, he was 6th in the North District age group with a time of 1:16.56. Just getting the touch, 1:13.69 for Harry. Matthew Piatek in second, 1:13.85, and Lance McMahon, 1:16.08. So good strong improvements from all the swimmers there, that top 3. Moving on to Heat 5. In lane 0, Aaron Russell from Bells Hill. In lane 1, Arlo Ritchie, South Aberdeenshire. In lane 2, Finlay Hiddleston from Dumfries. In lane 3, Clark Malkin Gill from Inverclyde. In lane 4, Struan Payton, University of Aberdeen. In 5, Blake Herdman, Inverclyde. In lane 6, Scott Brodie, Inverclyde. In lane 7, Lachlan Bullow, representing Shetland. In lane 8, Zachary Weatherhead, South Aberdeenshire. And in lane 9, it's Alfie Price from Orkney. So all over Scotland in this heat. Strong start from Aaron Russell, Bells Hill swimmer in the red cap, over here on the spectator side in lane 0. And also in lane 9, Alfie Price from Orkney. So it's the 2 outside lanes just now. It's moving up towards the turn end. Lane 0 still Aaron Russell, Bells Hill, turning first there, 33.83. So that's fastest that we've seen so far. Just a second behind Alfie Price, and sandwiched between the two of them in lane 5 in third place it's Blake Herdman representing Inverclyde, and the Inverclyde swimmer just drawing up level with Alfie Price from Orkney. Blake swimming in the 13-year age group. We do still have 5 more heats to come, but there's not so many 13-year-olds, so place at the final is at stake. Great swim though, right from the off. Aaron Russell in lane 0, 1:11.66, 1:12.80 Blake Herdman in second place, and 1:14.22 for Alfie Price in third. So 5 down, 5 to go. And this is heat number 6. In lane 0, we've got Adam Calder from Broch. In lane 1, Anatoly Geizes from Aberdeen Dolphins. In 2, Alejandro Di Bella, Heart of Midlothian. In lane 3, Jonathan McLean, East Lothian. In lane 4, it's Lucas Rattray, representing Afford Otters. In 5, Miller Cunningham, Glen Rothes. In lane 6, Dean Binney, North Ayrshire. In 7, Ali Hattab from Dumfries. In lane 8, Joshua Nicol, University of Aberdeen. And in lane 9, Lucas Snowden, Aberdeen. Fast start there in lane 5, getting the best of the start there, the Glen Rothes swimmer from Miller Cunningham. Going well as well. In 3, Jonathan McLean from East Lothian. So it's 2 black-capped swimmers in 3 and 5, either side of Lucas Rattray in 4. And it's probably these 3 just now. First to turn, it's Jonathan McLean, 35.55. In fact, Josh Nicol just getting the touch there, 6/100ths ahead in lane 8. And it is the lane 8 swimmer, University of Aberdeen, Joshua Nicol, just moving through and into the final 25. Joshua Nicol. Closest to him, Miller Cunningham from Glenrothes. It's going to be mighty close at the finish, but I think it's going to be lane 8. It is lane 8, Josh Nicol, 1:13.93. Miller Cunningham finishing in second place in 1:14.11. Lucas Rattray, 1:14.52 for the third place. Next heat up, heat 7, the last of the deck seeded heats. In lane 0 we have Adam Selby from Finns. In lane 1 Alex Holmes, Glenrothes. Lane 2 sees Austin McPherson go for Geary. In 3 Arthur Templeton, Aberdeen Dolphins. In lane 4 Glenn Liversedge from South Aberdeenshire. In 5 Harris Woodward, Portobello. In lane 6 Lewis Maxwell Powells from Warren de Baths Club. In 7 Aidan Anderson, Aberdeen Dolphins. Lane 8 Hamish Maxwell, South Ayrshire. And in lane 9 Alexander McNiven from Warren de Baths. And it looks pretty even. Perhaps the yellow Geary cap, Austin McPherson, maybe just edging it into the turn. In fact, it was Glenn Liversedge from neighbouring South Aberdeenshire, touching first, 34.37 in lane 4. Austin in second place just now. And down the second length, it looks as though Glenn Liversedge is just pushing on, just that little bit better in lane 4. His entry time is 1:12.9. Bankery swimmer representing South Aberdeenshire. But Austin McPherson coming in with a really strong finish, and between them it's the Arthur Templeton, Aberdeen Dolphins. Austin McPherson just holding off a fast finishing Arthur Templeton. First home it was then Austin McPherson from Geary. Just waiting for a confirmed result there, but 1:11.52 Austin McPherson from Geary, Arthur Templeton second, 1:11.7, and third home Glenn Liversedge. Onto our cyclically seeded heats. There are 3. And all the swimmers in this heat are 14-year age group. In lane 0, Fergus Reid from Geary. In lane 1, Fraser Gemmell first. In lane 2, Kyle Mossman, City of Glasgow. In lane 3, Fraser van der Meulen, Stirling Swim. In lane 4, Connor Aspinall, East Lothian. In 5, Aaron Drake, Warren de Baths. In lane 6, Edward Hodgson from Newcastle. In 7, Kai Fern, Aberdeen Dolphins. Lane 8, Elliot Stephen from Faulthausen. In lane 9, Tyler Coots from Shetland. Some of these swimmers have had a bit of a warm-up already, because we saw some 4x200 metres freestyle earlier on today, and that was for the 14 to 16-year age group. So a particularly busy time for the 14-year-old swimmers who end up in the morning and the afternoon, as well as some of them in the evenings. Connor Aspinall first at the turn, 31.95. So Connor, East Lothian swimmer in the Youth Academy, and he is the East District champion, 1:05.92 his entry time, and moving away from the rest, a full body length clear as we come in towards the finish, 1:06.3, so not quite matching his entry time but very close to it. Second home Aaron Drake, 1:07.73, and Fraser van der Meulen in third, 1:07.75. And that's a confirmed result for Heat 8. Our penultimate heat in the 100 metres backstroke then. Heat 9 in lane 0, Nebby Sengula goes for Highland Swim Team. In lane 1, Kyle Harper, South Ayrshire. Lane 2, Dexter Suter from Lerwick. In lane 3, Conan Swinney from Gateshead and Wickham. In 4, Ethan Collins, Bells Hill. In lane 5, James Kilpatrick, Carnegie. In lane 6, Archie Lorimer from Clitheroe. In lane 7, Adam Merrick, Cumbernauld. In lane 8, Max Miller, Western Bartonshire. And in lane 9, Cole Murphy goes for City of Glasgow. All of the swimmers, 14, apart from Nebi Sengula, who is a 13-year-old swimmer from Highland. Fastest time from the 13-year-old so far belonged to Austin McPherson, who swam 1:11.52 in the previous heat. But in the water, though, in lane 4, it's Ethan Collins from Bells Hill out in front. Ethan, the West District age group, and 5th in the national age groups last year, so looking to improve upon that this year. And looking very strong out in front. Alongside him in 5, though, it's James Kilpatrick from Carnegie, between these two for this penultimate heat. Ethan Collins' entry time 1:05.8. And he's just conceding to James Kilpatrick as we come into the final 10 metres, and it looks like it's going to be the Carnegie swimmer touched first, 1:06.76. That's for James Kilpatrick taking that heat. Ethan Collins in second, 1:07.27. And third home, Connor Swinney, 1:08.64. Final heat coming up. And Robert's just come to join me.
Hello, Lynn.
Hi, Robert. Good
Nice
of you
to
to
be
join us. Our final heat then. In lane 0, Angus Woods goes for Kintyre. In lane 1, Owen Byton from South Aberdeenshire. In lane 2,
Sky.
Chatter.
It's called Sky, I think, his first name.
Sorry?
His first name is referred to as Sky.
Well, maybe not a brother? I don't know. Mr. Calvin Chai from University of Aberdeen. Perth City's Bruce Finley goes in 3, and Callum Mackenzie from Perth City, also from Perth City, goes in 4. Nikolai Sisnet, City of Glasgow. In lane 6, Cameron Haddo from Hamilton Aquatics. In lane 7, Lewis Lothian, East Lothian. Tom Massey goes for Aphodotus in 8, and Daniel Hendry from City of Glasgow goes in lane 9. And it's Callum Mackenzie out in front in lane 4.
Sorry, Lynn.
That's okay. Completely put me off
maybe
this
I
race.
should disappear again.
No, really strong show here from Callum Mackenzie from Perth City.
1-2 Perth City here, Lynn.
Yes, I think they're going to get 1 and 2 as well. Callum Mackenzie takes the touch. In second place, it's Finley Bruce, 1:05.6, so half a second behind. And Nikolai Sisnes in third. Good race.
Oh, I missed all the fun, Lynn.
We did have fun.
We
haven't missed all the fun. There's still more fun to come.
That's okay. That's fine. I know you've been in good hands, folks.
We've been promoting the Save Our Pools campaign.
Good.
Really important that people get out there and sign the petition. You can find out more about it on Scottish Swimming social media and on the Scottish Swimming website. But back to the water. That's the summary going up on the screen there for you now.
Do you wish me to read through the
Yes, please.
finalists?
Do go ahead.
And the 11-13-year-old backstroke finalists are Nicholas Sisnet, Nebi Sengula, Sky Gubushkai, Austin McPherson, Angus Woods, Aidan Anderson, Blake Herdman, Harry Cook, Alex Holmes, Aram Selby, Lachlan Bullock and Zachary Weatherhead are the 2 reserves. In the 15 age group, we have, well, we'll give you that very, very shortly, Lynn. I think we're about ready to go with the 100 free for the girls.
So there are 10 heats of the girls 100 metres freestyle coming up. In lane 0 we have Rebecca Reid. In lane 1 Rebecca Marsh. In lane 2 Hannah McCaig. 3 Ksenia Mann. In lane 4 Olivia Davis. 5 Sophie McCallum. In lane 6 Lauren Cantley. In lane 7 Millie Searle. In lane 8 Grace Gilly. And in lane 9 Alyssa Flockhart.
Pretty level start. Lane 7 maybe with early advantage here.
And the two green caps in the middle.
They're coming through very strongly. Midlothian girls, Olivia Davis and Sophie McCallum. And it's lane 4, Olivia Davis, just hanging her team. It's actually Sophie ahead of Olivia at the touch. Close behind, Kezia Mann from Mingus Hill Whitehill in Dundee. So the two Midlothian girls did say you will have a distinct green cap to watch out for, and it's a 1-2 at the moment. It's very close between Olivia and Sophie. And just coming into the final stretch, Sophie just I think has the advantage, and she's going to take that. Olivia second, very close for third, just in lane 3. Well, in fact, the way it's shown on the board, I did think Olivia had got second there, but it's Sophie McCallum, 108.60. Kezia Mann, 109.29, and Ms. Flockhart was in third place. Anyway, we'll move on to our second heat. Grace Haddo in 0 from South Ayrshire, 1. Martha McGeechan from Scotia, 2. Eva Gordon, City of Glasgow, 3. Katie Ray, Geary, 4. Ailey Fee, East Lothian Swim Team, 5. Imogen Jarrett, Dundee City Aquatic, 6. Grace Renfrew, Perth City, 7. Abby Henderson, South Lanarkshire, 8. Amber Niven for Carnegie, and 9. Lauren Dunlop from Dumfries. Strong start in lane 5.
Yeah, Imogen Jarrett. Not the quickest off the blocks, but some super underwater work and really powerful kicking and taking her through and into her transition, which was really smooth and looking really good down this first 50.
Strong first 50, and in lane 3, Katie Ray, the Geary swimmer, just 12. I know it's 11 to 13s, but we don't get too many good 12-year-olds going as well as this, and Katie's going pretty well in second place. Just on the side of her, another 12-year-old from City Glasgow, another talented swimmer potentially coming through, Eva Gordon. At the moment it's advantage with Imogen still.
Yeah, I think Imogen, she is slowing. I don't think she's going to be caught. She was 5th in the North District age groups, but she set out really hard, yeah, and has just had to hang on at the finish there, and she's done that really well. So 107.14, that's almost 2 seconds of an improvement for her. Cracking swim, really brave, went out there and got the race. So Katie Ray in second, 107.9. Martha McEachin in third place there.
So heat number 3, Anayau in 0, University of Aberdeen performance. 1, Charlotte Craig, around 96. 2, Madeline Hoole from Wonderbass. 3, Honor McCarty, Inverclyde. 4, Ellen White, Stirling Swimming. 5, Evie Lamont, Glenrothes. 6, Ella Thompson, Perth City. 7, Eva Kay, East Lothian Swim Team. 8, Eva Laidlaw from the Brock, and Alice Blair in 9 from Finns.
Lovely start from Eva Kay representing East Lothian out in lane 7, and also in lane 2 Madeline Hall from Warrender Baths Club. Both of them had really strong starts at the beginning. Rest of the field starting to come back at them, and doing the best of them at the moment is Honor McCarty from Inverclyde. Between Honor McCarty and in lane, is that 7 at the moment?
Yep.
Eva Kay. Eva Kay first the wall, 31.4. So Eva's entry time is 108.53. She looks as though she's going to be well underneath that. Going well in 3, Honor McCarty, Inverclyde, 13-year-old swimmer. So Eva 14, but we've still got lots of 13-year-old swimmers to come, and I think Eva Kay might be getting the better of her just as she comes in towards the finish, but I think that Eva Kay is going to hang on there.
Hang on, I think one. Yeah, very tight at the end, but she did hang on. 106.66.
Good race.
106.96, I think it was for Honor McCarty, 95 rather, and Ella Thompson 108.07 over a second further back. Good race from the two girls at front. So Katie Cooper in 0 from Wonderbass, teammate Anna Robertson in 2, Ella Petrie from Montefief in 2, 3 Jenna Chapman Orkney, 4 Motorano Fallopi from Wonderbass, 5, Ruby McInnes, North Ayrshire. 6, Lola Mitchell from the Broch. 7, Ara Gill from Carnegie. 8, Juliet Kidd, Dundee City Aquatics. And 9, Eva Robertson, Highland Swim Team.
Nothing in it on the entry times for this heat, just 0.3 of a second or so, separating the fastest and the slowest.
Eva Robertson, Highland Swim Team, off to a good start on the far side, though also with her Juliet Kidd from Dundee City Aquatics. So on that far side, they're going well. It's pretty level coming through.
Martin Rayo, Fallopi, Warrington Baths, we've already seen her swim in the 200 metres backstroke. And a crack in turn 2. Look at that underwater work, lovely.
Yeah.
Out in lane 9 as well, Eva Robertson, Highland Swim Team. Between these two at the moment. I think it's the Warrington Baths Club swimmer.
Yeah,
swimming in the 13-year age group. Just seems to be getting the better of Eva Robertson just now.
Yeah,
it's very close.
Going pretty well in lane 4. Coming through with a late surge, Ruby McInnes, and in 3, Jenna Clapham.
Yeah, right about that late surge. Wow. Ruby McInnes.
Yeah, was a late surge by Ruby McInnes.
107.49 for her, so not as quick as we saw in the previous heat, but a good swim nonetheless. 107.67, Tanreo Fallopi in second, and Eva Robertson in third, 107.86.
Good swims from those girls as we move on to heat number 5. Kirsty Seavright, East Lothian Swim Team 0. 1, Eva Service Dumfries. 2, Isla Luke, East Lothian Swim Team. 3, Elena Sanderson, Perth City. 4, Annabelle Scattery, Aberdeen Dolphins. 5, Tyler Page Watson from Highland Swim Team. 6, Jasmine Robertson, Aberdeen. 7, Katie Gillis, Renfrew Baths. 8, Victoria Tunia from Midlothian. And in 9, Kara Middleton, Stirling Swimming.
That was a super fast start in lane 9, I must say, but it's the faster seeded swimmer in lane 4 who's now moving through, Annabella Scatterty.
Katie Gillis in 7, going well then through Bath swimmer. She's prominent.
And coming through in 5 now, it's Tyler Page Watson from Highland Swim. Swimming in the 13-year age group, and in 7, Katie Gillies, Renfrew Baths.
Just giving an update in lane 2 is at Madison Leach. She's one of the reserves. It's not Isla Luke.
Lane 5 though, Tyler Page Watson from the Highland Swim Team, putting in a cracking second 50. I don't think anybody's going to catch her now. Like I say, swimming in the 13-year age group, the only 13-year-old swimmer in the water at the moment, in towards the finish.
Cracking swim for
106.1, Tyler Page Watson. Second home, Annabella Scattery from 106.83 for her, and Katie Gillies in third place. Renfrew Baths 106.87.
Yeah.
4 more heats to come.
I went at the North Districts, Kyla, recently, so no real surprise to see her getting a good swim there. 0, Abby Coventry from Morpeth. 1, Ciara Finlayson, City Glasgow. 2, Jessica Hill first. 3, Eva Smith, University of Aberdeen Performance. 4, Heidi Carr, Newcastle. 5, Josie Grimes, Warner Bass. 6, Maya Lunan, Ithan. 7, Emily Dawson, Mulgan Bearsden. 8, Amy Dobson, Kingston. And 9, Emily Neal, Heart of Midlothian. Who caught your eye there? Lane 2?
I've got my eye on lane 2. Jessica Hill.
Josie Grimes coming through in lane 5 now to challenge. Now Jessica Hill, 14-year-old from first, going well. Still being challenged by Josie Grimes, another 14-year-old in this one. Those two, I think, have the race between them. Abby Coventry from Morpeth on the near side here. She's coming through with a late surge. Maybe get third place, but beginning to just tie up a wee bit, her leader. I think she's still going to hold on. Jessica Hill is going to take this. Second place is a wonder swimmer, just Josie Grimes, and it was Abby Coventry in that outside lane taking third, winning time 104.49.
That's the first time in the 104s that we've seen. I mean, some very fast swimmers to come.
Indeed.
Good improvement and a good result.
Good to see that.
So as we start to get towards the business end of this event, we're still lots of 13-year-olds to come.
Yeah. Hayden Holmes from Best in 0. 1, Imogen Barrett, round 96. Teammate Cara White in 2. Freya Healing in 3 from Carnegie. 4, Olivia Caldwell, City Glasgow. 5, Emily McDougall, Highland Swim Team. 6, Chloe Semple, South Lanarkshire. 7, Daisy Gildee, City Glasgow. 8, Amelia Burrell, Glenrothes. And 9, Caitlin Reid, Warderbaths. Very strong start in lane 5 by Emily McDougall from the Highland Swim Team. And also far side, Caitlin Reid from Warderbaths. And 7, Daisy Gildee from City Glasgow. And I think it's lane 5 just with the advantage at the moment, Lynn. There's not much in it though.
Yeah, so Emily McDougall from Highland Swim Team looking very strong. Although it's neck and neck, as you can tell, we were saying it was neck and neck. Yeah, Daisy Gildee.
Not much in it, 600s between 5, 7 and 9. And coming through very strongly in lane 4 is Olivia Caldwell. And still there, Daisy Gildee. Daisy Gildee in 7, I think, might just be sneaking this one home.
Yeah, between the two City of Glasgow swimmers as we come in towards the finish.
It's going to be Daisy Gildee, Olivia Caldwell, and in 3 rather, Freya Keeling. Well, she came from absolutely nowhere, the Carnegie swimmer, to get third. That was 105.28, a wee bit slower than the previous heat, but an exciting race nevertheless. On to the first of the 3 cyclic seeded heats. Caitlin Morton in 0, City Glasgow. 1, Amber Hinton, Dumfries. 2, Gina Wren, City Glasgow. 3, Anna Lawson, East Lothian Swim Team. 4, Lucy Oliver, Darlington. 5, Jessica Kirkwood, University of Aberdeen Performance. 6, Ailey Melrose, Inverclyde. 7, Eva Ross, City Glasgow. 8, Eva Marco, East Lothian Swim Team. Teammate in 9 is Lucy Hall.
It's the Glasgow swimmer in lane 2 just now, Gina Wren.
Just
and
being
alongside her,
by Anna Lawson and Lucy Oliver from Darlington, also well there in lane 4. On the far side, might just be lane 8, Eva Marco up with the mix as well. Anna Lawson and Lucy Oliver.
Lucy Oliver, the winner of this event last year. We'll be hoping to replicate that, I'm sure. And she is just starting to move through now. She's got a very long stroke.
Lucy Oliver just creeping past, but it looks like it's going to be Lucy Oliver, Anna Lawson, Gina Wren.
Tight as we come in towards the finish. I think it's going to be the fastest we've seen so far.
Gina Wren gets second, just ahead of Anna Lawson. But no doubt Lucy Oliver, 102.97. Taking that. Nice swim from Lucy there. Didn't panic at halfway, came through strongly at the end. Heat 9, Alice Harper, City Glasgow in 0. 1, Chloe Kirk, Mulgine Bearsden. 2, Riley McIntosh, Dundee City Aquatics. 3, Kate Nolan, Warderbaths. 4, Harriet Oldfield, Annick Dolphins. 5, Molly Irvin Watson, Dumfries. 6, Lily Mundell from Heart of Midlothian. 7, Madison Stewart, University of Aberdeen Performance. 8, Leonie Bedborough, Incas. And 9, Madison Christophorus from Aberdeen Dolphins.
Lane 4 straight up in front, Harriet Oldfield. Really good start from her and looking really powerful.
Well, on paper she's almost a second faster than Molly Irvin Watson from Dumfries. There's no slouch on this freestyle, but she's well clear already. Harriet Oldfield 29.52, almost a second clear of everyone.
Yeah, and 3 13-year-olds swimming in this heat. Yeah. Alice Harper in 0, Lily Mundell in 6, and Madison Christophorus in lane 9. So certainly up for positions in the 13-year-old final if they can hold on. Going well in lane 0, Alice Harper.
Nearly an arrow formation in this one. Well, it's gone to form 4.53. Harriet Holdfield 101.55. Muller and Watson 102.44. Kate Nolan 103.49.
Yeah, so Harriet Oldfield just outside her entry time swam at the Northumberland and Durham.
First three home, almost on their entry times, Lynn.
Yep.
And our final heat, 0. Casey Dixon, South Lanarkshire 1. Abigail McKerney from Inverclyde 2. Daisy McInnes, City Glasgow 3. Ellie Wilson, Steplock 4. Sarah Kravitz, East Lothian Swim Team 5. Emmy Aiken, University of Aberdeen Performance 6. Sadie Llewellyn, Hamilton Aquatics 7 is Anna Campbell, City Glasgow 8. Lexi Lamont, Aberdeen, and Lacey Hadfield in 9 from Redditch. If you're not sure where Redditch is, it's a suburb south of Birmingham.
I wasn't sure. I was getting my Hamilton Baths mixed up with my Hamilton Aquatics earlier,
Yeah.
and they're nowhere near the same place.
Well,
Lane 4 though, Zara Kravitz.
29.03, well, she's 59.27. I don't think she'll be under the minute, but
No, she swam a really strong 200 metres backstroke just while you were away, Robert, as well.
thank you for that.
She's looking good.
She does.
Looking good also in lane 8, Lexi Lamont from Aberdeen.
It's all about second place though.
Really tight.
What a swim. Just over the minute. Oh, and just, in fact, under the minute. I'm gobsmacked at that. I thought she was maybe just about over the minute. Daisy McInnes, 103.58. And in third place, it was Sadie Llewellyn from Hamilton Aquatics, 103.72.
And 2 swimmers in 5th.
Yeah. Abby and Lexi.
That's the 100 metres freestyle done and dusted then, and that's the summary up on the screen just now.
Well, if we're lucky, we won't have a swim off if they're joint 13th.
If we're lucky, we will have a swim off.
But those girls will be hoping there isn't a swim off in their 9th equal. Okay, back to the backstroke. The 14-year-olds, our finalists are Carla McKenzie, Finlay Bruce, Conor Aspinall, James Kilpatrick, Ethan Collins, Aaron Drake, Fraser van der Meulen, Edward Hodgson, Karen Haddo, Connor Swinney, our reserves Dexter Suter and Kai Fern. We now move to 200 breaststroke for our 11, 14-year-old boys. 5 heats, Lynn. This is the first. In 0, we have Nebi Singula from Highland Swim Team. 1, Rhys McMillan, Renfrew Baths, his teammate Matthew Jack in 2, Finlay Maurice, Inverclyde 3. 4 is Ruben Lees, Warner Baths. 5, Finlay McClellan, South Aberdeen. 6, Max Kelly, Geary. 7, Logan Muffet, Kirkintilloch and Kilsyth. 8, Alfred Storer, South Aberdeenshire. And 9, Julian Schott from Carnegie. All of these boys 13, 3:12 through to 3:20.
Yeah, quite a long hold. I'm not sure if that's because they were taking a little bit of a time to study, but they're all safely away. Lane 9, Julian's Dot from Schott. Julian Schott from Carnegie.
I've been told to make sure it's Schott. Don't get confused.
No, it's good. It's good to know. Also going well in lane 1, Rhys McMillan from Renfrew Baths. 2 Renfrew Baths swimmers in the water.
Yeah.
It's got to be good. And I think it's the lane 1 swimmer, Rhys McMillan, just getting the best of it to touch first. 41.83 to set that first benchmark.
He's got
Julian Schott in second.
Big advantage at that first 50, almost 2 seconds. Ruben Lees in 4, beginning to make a move.
I can hear a call for some coaches. I suspect that is a swim off.
Do you reckon?
We haven't looked at the result yet, have we?
We haven't yet double checked that, Lynn.
No, but Rhys McMillan looking good in lane 1, coming through now in lane 4. In the red cap though, it's Ruben Lees. Ruben Lee's just perhaps, well, not quite edging ahead, but edging up towards our early leader.
Yeah. Well, he's just
Pretty
held
neck.
on.
Yep.
To lead at halfway, 1:31.06.
Yeah, I think that 1:32.58 from Ruben Lees was actually to the feet. It looked much closer than that. Sometimes the pads don't quite register. But as we move down towards the turn end...
so are they going uphill then?
I don't know if we're going up or down. Rhys McMillan, though, looking good as we would go towards the turn end.
There's a wee bit movement from the Geary swimmer.
Yeah, we spoke in the morning about Geary
Yeah.
swimmers and their breaststroke and being strong on the second half. Be interesting to see how strong he is. But lane 4 moving through now, and into the lead for the first time goes Rhys McMillan.
Well, we're sort
Oh no,
of
Rhys McMillan's always been in the lead. Ruben Lees, it was nothing in it.
Well, Max is maybe a second or so off the pace here. Can he pull through in the latter stages? We're looking at a time a little bit under 3:10 here, Lynn. That's what my money's on.
Well, entry times range from 3:12 out to 3 minutes
Well,
20.
the Geary lad, I
Coming
don't
through
think he's
well.
going to run out of water to get anywhere near the leader. But he might sneak into second place here. Cracking swim from those two lads. 3:07.23, Max 3:09.09, and Rhys 3:10.55. Fantastic swims, boys.
Yeah, 3:12.97 was Ruben's swim. That was his entry time, swam at the East District age groups, which really wasn't that long ago.
Not that long ago, no. Nice swim from Rhys McMillan, no, taking best part of 10 seconds off that entry time. Max also taking a good 5 seconds off his time.
Technical malfunction, I think that's called, from the referee's whistle.
Heat number 2, Fraser Muir is in 0 from Carnegie. 1, Brogan Smith, Cooper and District. 2, Michael Gavin, University of Aberdeen Performance. 3, Tierlich Adam, Perth City. 4, Alex Cantley, South Aberdeenshire. 5, Angus Woods, Kintyre. 6, Archie Redfern, Lerwick. 7, Lewis Bray, Inverclyde, teammate Blake Herman in 8. And 9, Boyd Fernside, East Lothian Swim Team. 3:03s through to 3:12s, Lynn, so every chance a few of these lads might sneak under the 3 minute mark.
Yep, Adam Tierlich from Perth City in the red cap, looking good down this first length, also going well in 5, Angus Woods. Kintyre, we've mentioned Kintyre a few times, haven't we, already today, so obviously doing well.
Yeah. We have a few of them who make their way all the way over to Glasgow for our districts, and it's nice to see a few represented, both the boys and the girls, turn up. It's good to see them there. They actually compete at a fairly high standard against their districts, the rest of the district.
Adam Tierlich, though, at least holding his lead, potentially extending it. There's about a body length the difference now between him and Angus Wood.
We have a three-way tie for second reserve, and that's Abigail McNerney, Lexi Lamont, and Tessa.
So at the halfway mark, I'll just give you the finalists for the girls 100 free. As Adam comes in 1:26.49. They are Lily Mundell, Alice Harper, Caitlin Morton, Daisy Goldie, Casey Dixon, Abby Coventry, Amber Hinton, Taya Page Watson, Freya Keeling and Amy Dobson, with Hayden Holmes and Maya Loon, our reserves.
Entered on 3:05. It's not surprised to see him striking out here, because he actually did a 2:55 here at North District age groups, some 10 seconds faster than he's entered on. So see him.
So it's still going well, our leader. So we'll see what the split is with 50 to go. 2:13.82.
So Tierlich Adam, they're still out in front. You may have heard the announcer in the arena saying that he swam faster at the North District age groups when he was the champion. North District and Midland District age groups swam together. He swam 2:55.47 there, but entered on 3:05 for some reason, because that was well within the qualification time, perhaps just not converted in time. But lane 5, Angus Woods in second, to Alex Cantley coming through with a strong finish in lane 4. Alex representing South Aberdeenshire, and in the 13-year age group 2. To the winner though, Tillich Adam.
Oh, sadly just missing out on a sub 3 minutes there, but nevertheless a very nice swim, cruised by 5 seconds or so. Angus Woods 3:04.26, and Archie McFerrin taking third.
But I think we had an adjustment of a time there.
Yeah, yes.
With Alex Cantley. He looked as though he finished
yes,
there, didn't he?
Yeah.
So I think the time was adjusted to reflect that. Heat 3.
0, Callan Forsyth, South Ayrshire. 2, Alejandro de Bella from Heart of Midlothian. 2, Clark Maitland Gill, Inverclyde. 3, Aaron Machin, City Glasgow. 4, Conor Aspinall, East Lothian swim team. 5, Finlay Bennett, South Lanarkshire. 6, Rory Vick, Wonderbath. 7, Finlay Bruce from Perth City. 8, Miller Cunningham, Glenrothes. And 9, Duncan Curry, University of Aberdeen Performance. I think we can mention something there, Lynn.
Yeah, I think it's unfortunate. It looks as though he went before the signal. So the rule doesn't allow swimmers to go before the signal. Occasionally, it's considered to be an unfair start if there's noise, but it did sound pretty quiet to me. So I guess that it's decided that, and the starter and the referee have both got to agree that that they went before the signal, and so unfortunately won't be allowed to swim.
Thank you, Lynn. That just clarifies for everyone listening in. Both of us, as we've mentioned before, are referees.
And a change of heart.
There obviously there must have been something that affected the start. So, then, as Lynn said, the referees and the starter will make a judgment call. And
yep. So if it's considered that the start might have been unfair because of noise or because of twitching or something like that was going on from other swimmers, but it's nice to see. You don't want anybody to have to travel to the national championships and not get to swim.
So let's wish him well. Alejandro gets the chance to swim, and let's hope that he improves on that 3:00.80 entry time.
Great start in 0 from Callan Forsyth representing South Ayrshire.
Going well in 6, Rory Vick, Wonderbaths. I always seem to say that in breaststroke, the Wonder swimmers always seem to be very much to the fore. Finlay Bennett though, South Lanarkshire, has the advantage, 36.56. This is the first of the 3 seeded heats, Lynn, so we should almost see another formation, and that's almost what we have.
Yeah, I'd said earlier, well, while you were away, that some of these 14-year-old boys have already been in the water. They'll be swimming in 3 sessions today because they swam in the relays in the morning.
Yeah.
They've got heats this afternoon and they've got finals. It's a really challenging day for them. But Conor Aspinall we saw in the relay, and he swam really well.
Yep.
And there he is in lane 4, looking to secure a place in the final this evening. But there's no doubt it's not him just now, is it? It's Finlay Benholt.
It's very, very close for that second place, Conor Aspinall and Rory Vick. But Finlay Bennett looks as though he has this one pretty well wrapped up, Lynn.
Yeah, he was 5th in this event last year, so he's looking to improve on that. 3rd at the Scottish Summer Meet last year. But look, we can see coming through in lane 3, Aaron Machin.
Aaron Machin coming through into second place. He's only 13, the other boys all 14.
Final 15.
2:01.29. So look for a finish somewhere around about the 2:46 mark, 2:45. He has an entry time of 2:48.70. I think he'll be a second or two inside that. Aaron Machin, Corner Aspinall look to be second and third now, with Rory Vick just dropping back a wee bit, but still well there in fourth. Nice camera shot.
Finley Bennett, I cannot get his last name right. Finley Bennett looking really good, just inside the final 5 metres there. So,
well, very strong finish.
Yeah, super.
2:43.53.
So 5 seconds off his entry time, and that'll secure him a good lane.
I didn't think he'd finish quite as quickly as that down the final stretch. I was expecting him just to ease it back a little bit.
So Aaron Machin in second, 2:48.49, and third home, is that Malcolm Gilclark, was it?
And 2:56.04 for Alejandro. So a nice improvement for the lad who got the opportunity to swim it again, or swim it rather. Just quickly give you the finalists for the girls 14-year-old age group: Zara Kravitz, Harriet Oldfield, Molly Irvin Watson, Lucy Oliver, Gina Wren, Kate Nolan, Daisy McInnes, Anna Lawson, Sadie Llewellyn and Emmy Aiken. Madison Stewart is our first reserve, and we may have a swim off. There are 3 girls vying for second reserve. We'll bring you up to date on that. That's Abigail McKerney, Lexi Lamont and Jessica Hill. So moving on to the next heat, Rebecca.
No, we're still on the boys. So I think that's Dylan Mitchell out in front, if I'm not mistaken, Warrender Baths Club. 2:42.7 his entry time, and going with him in lane 5, Carl Connolly, City of Glasgow. Will we see these two teams battling it out for the team championship, do you think?
I think we'll have City of Glasgow comfortably winning this, Lynn. Warrender will obviously do what they always do, give a good account of themselves, but I don't see anybody getting anywhere near City Glasgow. So just to update the swimmers in this one: Ryan Crabbin 0, Ren 96, 1 Murray Gallagher, Warner Bass, 2 Logan Warburton, Blackpool Aquatics, 3 is Fergus Street Geary, 4 Dylan Mitchell, Warner Bass, 5 Kel Connolly, City Glasgow, Joe Crawfordson 6 from Scotia, 7 Ewan Nielsen from Cumbernauld, 8 Stephens Nustax from Stranraer Stingrays, and 9 Avi Dolan, Ren 96. And still Dylan Mitchell 1:16.24, wee bit faster than that previous heat, and Kyle Connolly still sticking with him. Those two well clear, entry times of 2:42 and 2:46 respectively. Joe Crawford and Fergus Street in lanes 6 and 3. They're a long way back. It's the Geary swimmer who just has the edge for third place. But Dylan Mitchell has over a second advantage, 1:58.15. They're about 7 or so seconds clear of the field, and Dylan Mitchell well clear now.
Yes, 3-4 metres or so ahead. You have to apologise for me going all absent there. I was just getting some comments through about our commentary. They were very nice, which is very sweet.
Good.
And I got all distracted.
I'm sure they were saying how refreshing it was just to hear you for 45 minutes, Lynn.
Well done, Dylan Mitchell.
2:37.72, nice improvement in both their times. 2:40.98 for Kyle. And Fergus Street virtually on his entry time, 2:50.94. That should still be good enough to get him into a final, I'm sure. So a good swim there from Dylan.
I wonder what the weather's like outside. We need to get somebody to let us know. It looks nice and sunny outside up in Aberdeen.
It is actually sunny. I did pop out, well, had to pop out and come back. That's why I was a bit later. So it's very pleasant out there. A little bit windy, but
Yeah,
can't complain.
It was forecast for some serious wind, but I'll always love it when people come to visit us in Aberdeen and we can put on some good weather.
And bring the weather with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Right. Final heat then. In lane 0, Lucas Snowden from Aberdeen. In lane 1, Kyle Mossman, City of Glasgow. Lane 2, Cameron McMillan, Renfrew Baths. In lane 3, Fraser van der Meulen, Stirling Swim. In lane 4, Fraser Dow goes for Perth City. In 5, Lachlan Small, Stirling Swim. In lane 6, Rory Keegan Ward from City of Glasgow. In 7, Lewis Lothian, East Lothian. In lane 8, Austin McPherson from Geary. And in lane 9, Kenneth Traynor, South Lanarkshire.
Well, Fraser Dow off very strongly indeed, 34.62, Lynn. That's a wee bit faster than we've seen from the other 2 heats.
Yeah, I mean, his entry time is the fastest. He's 4 seconds faster than Dylan Mitchell, but Dylan Mitchell has now gone faster. So it'll be interesting to see how Fraser Dow can respond. He was second in this event last year, but he's looking very powerful out in front. Closest to him, Lachlan Small from Stirling Swim. And the second Stirling Swim swimmer, Fraser van der Meulen, in third just now with City of Glasgow's Rory Keegan Ward just about in fourth place.
Well, Fraser Dow, Perth swimmer, as Lynn was saying this morning, Midlands and the North District had a joint meet here together, and he was the winner at that meet, and that's where his entry time of 2:38.43 comes from. That was about a month and a half or so ago, and he's looking good, Lynn.
Yeah, he's lovely and streamlined when he pushes through the water. You can see his elbows really quite tight, so inside the line of his body, really good form. Turning first there, 1:56.33. So is that a couple of seconds almost faster?
Virtually a couple of seconds, Lynn. So at 2:37, you'd expect something around a 2:36.
Yeah, 2:35, 2:36. In second place, still Lachlan Small, Stirling Swim, and he's looking good as well. His entry time 2:45.79 looks as though that's going to be expunged from his list of swims.
That's a lovely word to use.
Yeah, expunged.
I think we're going to find Fraser Dow might even be inside 2:35, or will he? He's maybe easing up a wee bit.
It's going to be tight for that centre lane, 2:37.87.
I think that's the second fastest time, just by 1500ths. So look forward to that one tonight, Lynn.
Yeah, Dylan Mitchell there, 2:37, taking 5 seconds off his entry time. How much more has he got to give, and how much was Fraser Dow saving? No, that will be really, really tight.
Interesting to see if Finlay Bennett can find something extra.
And Connor Aspinall too.
Yeah, Connor Aspinall as well, yeah.
So that's the result of the 5th heat there. And the summary. So Dylan Mitchell fastest through, and the top 10 in the 14-year age group will make it through to the final of the 14-year age group, and the top 10 from the 13-year age group, who will probably be further down this summary list, which isn't separated by age group, will be offered finals in the 13-year age group. So we had 3 heats of 1,500 metres for girls this morning. We've got a couple of heats of that this afternoon. 1,500 metres for women, a recent addition to the Olympic programme. Hasn't made it through to the Commonwealth Games programme yet, but seems to be much more on offer down with British swimming. We've offered it for a long time in Scotland.
Yeah. Well, it's a shame we've only got 5 instead of 6 taking part in this one. Looks like an empty lane in lane 6, Lynn. So we have
we've got Caitlin Morton in lane 2 from City of Glasgow. We have Iris Ware, lane 3 from South Lanarkshire. Amy Rowell from South City of Glasgow. Daisy Gildy in lane 5 from City of Glasgow. In 6, Lacey Padfield, Redditch. No, it was Lacey who didn't appear, and it's Lucy Mitchell from Geary in lane 7. So between these 5. Making a statement down that first length, the first of 30 in lane 5. Daisy Gilday.
It's kind of like we had this morning, Lynn. Our first heat, our fastest 13-year-old will be guaranteed a medal. In the last heat, we have 2 13-year-olds with times sub 20 minutes. So, assuming they swim a little bit faster than these girls, they would fancy their chance of gold and silver. But a strong start from Daisy, 1:10.96.
And pushing on nicely is Daisy Gildy.
Big lead already.
A line of swimmers currently sitting in second place. A whole little line. Caitlin Morton, City of Glasgow, Iris Ware, South Lanarkshire, and Amy Rowell, City of Glasgow. Nothing between these 3. But a good 7-8 metres ahead of them just now. It's Daisy Gildy. 39.72, so that lead extending. She's about a second a lap faster than the other 3 swimmers.
Well, Lacey Padfield from Redditch did swim a wee bit earlier, Lynn, but maybe decided she doesn't fancy doing the 1500.
So Daisy swam this event quite recently at the pre-snags meet that the West District held, and that's where her entry time came from, 20:15.19.
Yeah.
So she'll be full of confidence, I think, having won that event. Also the first at the Scottish Summer Meet last year. That's a surprise. The youngest age group in the 12-13 age is a 12-13 age group, isn't it?
I think it's 30. It'll be 13 under, I'm sure.
I think it's 12-13.
12-13.
Yeah. So she would have been 12 last year.
She would have been 12 last year. Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Of course, not eligible to swim in the British Summer Championships as a 12-year-old. It's their youngest age group, 13-14.
And of course, we did mention this morning that a lot of the swimmers across the whole of Scotland have not had the opportunity to do much distance work, and this is shown this afternoon when we have we have 2 heats, but we only have 6 swimmers in the second heat. We don't have a full quota in both the heats. That's partly down to the fact a lot of them have not had the opportunity, perhaps, of swimming 8s and 1500 metres recently across the various districts. But Daisy's off very strongly. It is early doors. Amy Rowell, her teammate, has an entry time that's a fraction faster than Daisy, so maybe she's saving herself, keeping a bit in reserve. At the moment, she's a fair bit back, about 6-7 seconds. The other 2 girls almost stroke for stroke, Iris and Caitlin. I think it's all about getting under 20 minutes for these girls if they can.
Yeah, so Daisy's entry time 20:15. I mean, it's really early days yet, but she's lapping around in about 40 seconds for each 50, 120 for each 100. If she can keep that going, then she will go underneath the 20-minute mark. And still 3 blue caps on this near side. But as you say, Amy Rowell just moving through into a clear second place, with Caitlin Morton and Iris Ware battling it out for third at the moment. Let's hope they can bring each other on to some really super fast times.
We'll keep our fingers crossed though. On the far side, Lucy Mitchell, as you can see just in your camera shot now, she's a long way back in 5th. She doesn't really have anybody to swim alongside, which would hopefully have pulled her along a wee bit.
Yeah, when you look at the entry times, you can see that there's a minute between the first and last, so we would expect these swimmers to be a bit more spread out, but the fact that there are such big gaps in the times is a reflection of what you've said there about not necessarily lack of opportunity, but limited opportunity. Just saw there a lovely picture of Daisy Gilday just looking forwards. That's a sign of immaturity. But she's wanting to see how many laps she's got to go. She may have agreed a race strategy with her coach that she's going to go faster at a certain point. She'll be 1/3 of the way through the race the next time she gets down at the start end, and she'll be focusing on all of the things that her coach has told her, and it looks like she's making a move again.
Well, we'll see what the gap is in time. Probably around 6 or 7 seconds at the moment. Well, Daisy 40.27 for that last 50. Amy just about to turn 40.05. So there's virtually 6 seconds, and it might just be that Amy Rowell is pacing a fraction faster.
Yeah, I think so. Daisy's pace is just slowly dropping. She made herself a really big lead, so she's just got to try and maintain that. Like I say, it's just getting a little bit slower each time, maybe 0.2, 0.3 seconds slower for each 100 that she does. And she can't afford for that to drop any further, or she'll find that she's not in first place. Second place swimmer, Amy Rowell.
Oh, she's picked a second up there.
Yeah.
That's a big move. So just over 5 seconds.
Yeah. The gap has definitely narrowed. It's just 6-7 metres instead of the 8-9 we were seeing before, and we're seeing a move now from the swimmer, the other City of Glasgow swimmer in the field, Caitlin Moulton.
She's certainly making a move as well.
Some good mature swimming from these young ladies. 7:55.85. What's the lead now, Robert?
Well, 40.66 for Amy, 40.71 and 40.87 for Caitlin. All very similar splits for that last 50. Iris Ware 41.15, just a wee bit slower. Iris needs just to keep working in lane 3 to keep on top. But yeah, we've pace just dropped a wee bit here. Still looking at somewhere just a little bit over 20 minutes. And you can see on the screen 41.41, 40.74, and almost the same split for Caitlin. So girls in second and third just beginning to claw back that advantage. Still a long way to go. We've barely gone halfway. But if this continues, we might find we get to 1,100-1,200 metres. There might not be very much between the three girls. 41.35, 40.62 for Amy, 40.99 for Iris. Well, both the girls are going a wee bit faster than our leader. That gap has certainly shrunk a bit.
Yeah,
3.5 seconds, Lynn.
Less than 5 metres now, I think, and the second place swimmer, Amy Rowell, will definitely have Daisy Gilday in her sights. Both City of Glasgow probably trained together, so they'll know a lot about each other and how they work. See, Daisy Gilday is breathing to both sides, well trained, well rehearsed rather, and both girls there looking up at the board. That's halfway, so 750 metres down in 10 minutes almost exactly, which gives us a good clue as to where we're going to finish up.
So Amy Rowell a second faster than the leader, and Caitlin Morton was a second and a half faster. And if anything, Caitlin Morton is certainly making a move on the other two girls, very much sticking with them. And I think she's got a bit of momentum going here, Lynn.
Caitlin Morton looking good, really looking good there. I think she's definitely making up ground. We'll see from the next split.
I think she might have gone second here. Now, almost 39.16. She pulled up over a second on both Amy and Daisy. And she's a serious danger to both these girls now.
Yeah, on that last 100, Daisy Gilday did pick the pace up a little bit. She's obviously recognised the danger. It's whether or not she can respond. But Caitlin Morton definitely with the psychological advantage, I would say, you know, because she's definitely making ground. She's gone past Amy Rowell and she's definitely making inroads into Daisy Gilday's lead.
Now she's gained another second on the leader, and there's barely 2 seconds. I did think around 1100 we might have a race with 3 swimmers. That might happen a little bit sooner than that.
Daisy Gilday looks as though she's found a second wind.
She's trying to get that pace up a wee bit here. 39.98.
Good for her.
Caitlin 40.90. Well, she's found an extra second. Amy Rowell also found a wee bit. Well,
yeah, so Daisy Gilday, having drifted out from her 121s that she was swimming early on, out to almost 1 minute 23, she's now come back in again almost to 121. So that's working for her at the moment. I think Caitlin Morton still is the biggest threat.
Iris Ware a wee bit further back. Not totally out of it, but she'd really got to make a big move if she's going to challenge these three. Again, Caitlin Morton finding it easier swimming uphill than downhill. Pulled a second and a half out there, and she's pulled away a wee bit from Amy Rowell. But a body length between first and second, and just over a body length between second and third.
Must be a lovely group of girls to train.
Yeah.
Obviously work well together. They've benefited from probably training together, and that's what's seeing them out in front just now.
Second in it. And
Daisy is getting caught, isn't she?
Two and a third back. Amy Rowell just dropped the pace that little bit there. Daisy and Iris and Caitlin all in the 40 mark. Caitlin Morton is just going a wee bit faster than the leader, and if anything it's Caitlin Morton who strikes. Well, just gone past the 1,000 metres,
and we have a new leader.
And she pulled out 2 seconds there. That was some split, 39.31. She's, I think she's got the bit between her teeth in the second half.
So Daisy Gilday may have a battle on her hands to maintain the position that she's in. But Caitlin Morton really well judged.
Yeah, this looks like game, set and match, and I did say we might get a race at 1100. The race might actually be over now at 1100 unless Daisy can find something special here. Another sub 40. Daisy Gilday another 41 and a half or so. Amy Rowell a wee bit faster. We might have a race in our hands for second place soon. But Caitlin Morton going extremely well here.
Well, that lead is growing, isn't it, with every passing stroke.
I didn't get the split at halfway for our current leader, but it might be a potential negative split here for Caitlin Morton if she keeps this strong second half going. 40-25, Daisy Gilday turning 41-48, Amy Earl 40-78. Well, Amy Earl certainly making a move on Daisy Gilday, but having no impact on the leader.
I did catch her split at halfway. It was 10 minutes. I did mention it. It's almost exactly 10 minutes at halfway. Yeah, that was for our leader, though.
For our leader.
Yeah.
So it would be about another 5-6 seconds on top for Caitlin. So if we give her the benefit of the doubt and call it a 10:06, a 20:12 or better, potentially could be a negative split for the swimmer in lane 2. Still going faster than everyone else in the pool. Daisy Gilday has reacted a wee bit to the challenge from Amy Rowell. Caitlin Morton, third at that pre-snags meet, 20:47.22. That swim just scraped her into this event, Lynn, a few weeks ago. And scraping in is probably going to give her a bronze medal at Nationals in the 13-year-old age group here.
At least.
At least. Another 300, so another 200 to go. You can see the gap is massive now. Best part of 10 metres.
Yeah, so 200 metres to go, and Daisy Gilday looks as though she is really going to work hard to keep that second place. She doesn't want to give that up to her teammate, but I think she's had to give up the ghost to Caitlin Morton.
Well, can she find a couple of 39s and finish with a 39 or 38 to get under that magic 20-minute mark, Lynn? I fancy she'll be a couple of seconds over it, but it will be pretty close if you can just find that wee bit extra down this final stretch.
I think you're right about that negative split. That'll be really interesting to look at the results on Meet Mobile or on Swim Scotland or wherever it is that we can find them in full first. 40.99 just lifted out a bit.
Yeah, she almost glided into that turn there.
And she's been streamlining off the walls really well. I think we can forgive her a glide in.
She'll be feeling the pain down this final stretch. Will be bell time. Keep going, Caitlin. Try and find a wee bit extra special down this stretch to give you half a chance to get under 20 minutes. But nevertheless, if you've taken 40 odd seconds off your entry time and you walk away with a medal, you should be chuffed to bits. Yeah. So she's got to come back sub 115. So we need a couple of 37s, not 39s or 38s, Lynn.
She's given it a good go, but I don't think it's going to happen.
At this age, you don't expect 13-year-olds to be clocking out that type of time. But the legs will be going like the clappers now. Amy Rowell still a fair bit behind Daisy Gilday. Well, 39.65. She's now going to find a 35, Lynn. But as I say, if she gets a 2:02 or thereabouts, that will knock 47 seconds off that entry time. That's a massive drop.
Yeah, so coming in as second slowest 20.47, but really impressive swim. And that'll be her coach egging her on there.
Yep. Keep your eye on the clock.
I imagine that she will enjoy that swim down, won't she? Good swim.
It was 2:02.72. What a fantastic swim from Caitlin. Oh, it's tight for third.
Wow.
Well, Iris Ware. I think if we could have given Iris Ware the last 100 and swapped lanes, we would have had somebody under 20 minutes. But yeah,
I think Iris Ware must have had a lot left at the end.
Yeah.
I think that, but that she will have learned a lot from that. It may well be that she's not.
Indeed.
Iris Ware? Yeah. Well, no, because she did swim this event at the pre-snags meet where she finished third.
Yeah.
Every time you swim, she'll learn a little bit more about her pacing strategy, feel a little bit more
know
confident.
That she can do a wee bit more in maybe the middle section.
I
or
think
just
with a
after
little
the middle
bit more of
section.
an even split, yes, it would have been a bit closer.
Yeah.
So that's our first heat done this afternoon. Our fourth heat in total.
Final swimmer, as we did mention, Lucy Mitchell, 13-year-old from Geary, had a much slower entry time. So fingers crossed she might improve on that. We'll wait and see. Once that concludes, we'll give you the finalists for that previous event, the 200 breast. That's now been updated on our screen.
Yeah, so Lucy's entry time was quite a lot slower than the rest of the entries, so she's done well there. Swam it at the North District age groups and just coming in to finish there, 21:43.
So, 13-year-old boys breaststroke final is Aaron Machin, Rory Vick, Austin McPherson, Stephens Nustax, Tierlick Adam, Angus Woods, Alec Cantley, Archie Redfern, Ryan Crabb, Lewis Bray with Ruben Lees and Max Kelly, our two reserves. Give you the 14-year-olds in just a moment. Right, we have Dylan Mitchell, Fraser Dow, Kyle Connolly, Lachlan Small, Finlay Bennett, Fraser van der Molen, Conor Aspinall, Fergus Reid, Joe Crawford and Rory Kieran Ward, our reserves. Lewis Lothian, Clark Maitland Gill. So that should bang up to date with everything as we finish off with our second of the two heats. In 0, Emma Binney, North Ayrshire. 1, Amber Hinton, Dumfries. 2, Evie Chan, North Ayrshire. 3, Olivia Caldwell, City Glasgow. 4, Kate Nolan, Wanderbass. 5, Evie Mackey from South Lanarkshire. 6, Gina Wren, City Glasgow. 7, Lucy Hall, East Lothian Swim Team. 8, Lisa McNair from First. And 9, Lexi Lamont from Aberdeen. 3 swimmers entry times on the outside lanes just over the 20-minute mark. Kate Nolan, Wanderbass, her fastest entry, 18:28.90. The only other swimmer under the 18-minute mark is our leader, Evie Mackey from South Lanarkshire on an 18:41.59.
Evie Mackey is a super versatile swimmer, isn't she? I mean, I tend to think of her as being a breaststroke swimmer, but she was super fast in the 200 backstroke, and here she is swimming the 1500 metres freestyle. Must be a very hard worker, like I say, a Lanark swimmer, but representing South Lanarkshire here.
Yeah,
very interesting.
I've been sort of taking a sort of distant interest in her when I first saw her at the Falthouse Penguins meet. Some 4 years ago or so. As a 10-year-old, she swam something like 230 odds in a 200 freestyle, and I was gobsmacked. And she is a very versatile swimmer, as you say, very good at the distance events. Maybe not quite so good with 50s and 100s, but she's certainly in the mix. She gives the, let's say, the sprinters one heck of a race, but over the distance events she is a tough cookie, and she'll certainly give it everything in this one. Kate Nolan certainly has her work cut out if she wants to nail the gold and be national champion in the 1500, but we want to see both the girls. In fact, we want to see all the girls here doing some cracking swims. But, Evie Mackey Off to a very strong start. Pacing around 72, Lynn, 72, 70-ish.
Yeah, just
at this early
on
stage.
the low side of 72.
Yeah. Lucy Hall from East Lothian swim team, that black cap you can see over in lane 7. She's a fair way back in third. But this is quite impressive, Lynn. We've barely gone 250.
Great work off the wall as well. I mean,
Yeah.
her front cross stroke is not the prettiest you might see, but it's obviously some really good work going on underneath the water, and she takes advantage of each push as well. Lovely dolphin kicks off the wall. You know, good to see in a 1500 metres. She's not just popping straight up, and let's hope she can keep that going all the way through. Really strong. Kate Nolan in second place. She's not letting her get completely away,
No.
but it's going to be a bit of a struggle there in lane 7. Lucy Hall, East Lothian, also looking good.
Well, we've got the East District champion and the West District champion in the 2 middle lanes here.
And who are our 13-year-olds?
Our 2 13-year-olds, Amber Hinton and Evie Chan.
In 1
There's
and
very
2.
little between the two. Those are in lane, well, Amber's in lane 1, a swimmer from Dumfries, and the swimmer from North Ayrshire, Evie Chan, is in lane 2. Entry time, Evie Chan has an entry time of 19:35, Amber Hinton 19:58.82. Amber Hinton's entry time from that West District meet early this year. Evie Chan, recent winner at the West Districts.
And that's a good 10-metre margin now that Evie Mackey has over in second place, Kate Nolan. 4:45.04.
Pacing about 74s, Lynn.
Yeah, yes, I mean, so 72, 73.5, 74, 4:45 there. That would see her coming in on about 18, I don't know, between 18:10 and 18:20, if she can maintain that pace, which would be great. 18:41 her entry time, which wasn't from that long ago.
You can see the lap cards there, 21 for Kate Nolan as she gets there. Now she's got a gap of approaching 10 seconds, and I can't see her losing it even at this early stage. Looks so relaxed. Even the legs are going 10 to the dozen at this moment, Lynn. Don't often get too much leg kick at this early stage.
No.
We can't really see what's happening in lanes 1 and 2 at the moment. That's Amber and Evie. At the moment it's advantage with the Dumfries swimmer. There we have lane 1 and lane 2 there, just in your picture. Gap of about, what would you say, 4 metres, Lynn?
Yeah, around and about that. Oh, sorry, I was looking at Evie Mackey.
And who wouldn't?
It's nice and streamlined, just a complete straight line we're seeing there from her swim. That gap that was 10 metres is now very nearly 15.
Yep. So if we look at the second and third lanes from the camera here, you will perhaps see the swimmers coming up. In lane 1, here we have Amber Hinton. Behind her in lane 2, Evie Chan. About 4 or 5 metres. At the moment, Amber Hinton looks strong favourite to be the 13-year-old champion. But there's still a long way to go. We've just gone over a third of the race. Well, I don't think Evie Chan's gone out with orders to do a negative split in this, Lynn. Flying at the moment.
7:12.86.
Kate Nolan a long way back. She's some 13 plus seconds behind Evie. Third swimmer, Lucy Hall, similar gap with Olivia Colwell, not all that far behind in fourth.
Yeah, I mean, that gap is definitely growing. We said it was about 15 metres, now it's clearly 17, 18 metres, and it does look like Evie Mackey has just upped the pace just a little bit. Like I say, it was around at about 1:14.74 that she was doing for each of her 100s, and I think that she's sped up a bit. Yeah, clear water there. And that's 20 metres the gap now between Evie Mackey and in second place Kate Nolan. 8:26.44.
Lanes 3 and 7 is where the contest is for third place, but difficult to actually make that out at the moment. So going just out of shot in the far corner was Lucy Hall from East Lothian. Olivia Colwell from City Glasgow, travelling maybe a wee bit better now, and she's just gone into third place.
And this is the halfway mark coming up for our leader.
Mark.
Almost a minute faster than the previous heat. Really impressive stuff. Any word of a swim off?
I haven't heard anything yet. If
well, apparently there is a swim off. Three-way swim
a
off.
three-way swim off. Well,
Excellent.
that will be interesting. Don't often get that, Lynn.
No, and I think it's for a reserve place, but the referees will want to do that to ensure that if there is an unexpected withdrawal, that they haven't got to run a swim off at the beginning of the final session.
Yes.
Much better to do it at the end of this session, or in fact after the 1500. I think we heard that it's going to be at the end of the session, so it'll be after the relays.
Yeah, because we still have some relays to finish with.
We do.
Well, at the moment, third place, Olivia Colwell has an advantage of about a second and a half. And she's going a little bit faster than Lucy Hall. Well, Evie Mackey looks like she's best part of 30 metres clear now.
Settled into a nice rhythm. And looking very strong out in front. So must be very difficult to hold your concentration. 1500 metres really never my thing.
Yeah. Dare I say it, I'd love her to do some open water.
Are you going to share the open water details? You shared them this
well,
morning,
we could
didn't
do
you?
that, Lynn, just to reiterate, for those of you who weren't with us this morning, the open water calendar for Scottish events this year. Our East District have their open water on Sunday the 4th of June in Fife. So check the East District calendar for that one. Kirsten Geary, the open water convener there. 3 weeks later we have the Midlands one, which is also the qualifier for the British on the 25th of June. 29th of July is the West District Open Water. 2 weeks later, the 12th, 13th, is the Scottish National Open Water event. That's over the weekend of the 12th, 13th of August. And the final one, 2nd of September, is our North District one. Check all the West, North, East and Midlands web pages for all the local events and also the Scottish Swimming webpage, where if you look under the open water section as well, you'll get all those dates and venues, and there will be some entry details appearing on the various district webs and probably on the Scottish Swimming webpage in the fullness of time over the next month or so. And there we have Evie Mackey turning at 1,050. Still going pretty strongly, Lynn.
Yeah, because everybody swims age at 31st December, we don't know how old these swimmers are necessarily. I was just looking at the records for Scottish swimming, and they are super fast.
Oh, they will be super fast.
They are super fast. But they're quite old. Rebecca Murray holds the 14-year age group. Remember
Rebecca Murray was flying from about 13 up until 15, 16, and then sadly wasn't able to pick it up any more. Kept swimming for a few years, and then eventually, sadly, like a lot of swimmers, dropped out. But she was really a phenomenal swimmer some years ago, Falkirk-based swimmer.
Yeah, I was just curious because they are very fast, and Iona McLeod holds the age group records from 11 through to 14. So
another swimmer who I think quit when she was about 15, 16. Evie Mackey going really, really well. She's getting on to be 40 odd metres ahead. And to be fair, Kate Nolan's having a good swim, but Evie Mackey is really so well clear in this one. $1,200 gone, 14:35. Olivia Caldwell has still 2.5 second advantage over Lucy Hall for that third place position, and that's the bronze medal we're talking about for the 14-year-olds. Amber Hinton and Evie Chan separated by about 6 seconds. You can see them there. That's lane 1 and lane 2. So Amber Hinton looks as though she's going to take the gold for Dumfries in the 13-year-old category. Evie Chan having to settle for second.
Yeah, that would be a good result for Amber Hinton, having come in on the slower of the entry times, and having conceded to Evie Chan in the West District age groups. But it looks as though it's going that way. Still Evie Mackey out in front though.
Well, she's going so well, she's even overtaken Gina Wren in lane 6, who's sitting in 8th place.
Time's just coming in a tad each time that she does her 100. She's kind of winding it up as she comes in towards the finish. Just 200 metres to go, and looking to finish in around and about 18:12 maybe. Very quite incredible really from an 18:41 entry time.
It's just a pity there's not 2 or 3 that are fairly close behind her. I know Kate Nolan's doing her very best, but you can see they're virtually passing one another 50 metres apart. And Kate Nolan is well clear in second.
100 metres apart.
50.
100. Got some swimmers alongside.
Evie Mackey hits the bell, 1,400 metres. And you're not going to be far out at 18-12, 18-13, Lynn. Kate Nolan coming down, and she'll hear the bell very shortly. Olivia Caldwell looks almost certain to take third place now. And you can see lanes 1 and 2, Amber Hinton. Still got a wee bit work to do to hold off a very late charge from Evie Mackey. Still got a good advantage. But here comes Evie Mackey down the final stretch. This has been a joy to watch, Lynn.
Yep, from start to finish.
She's just swam her own race, got in there, worked so hard, and you can see the streamline. It's
beautiful.
18-13-87. Evie Mackey takes that very comfortably indeed. Kate Nolan will come into your picture very shortly. There she is. .25 to go. Well, Kate Nolan 18-28-90. Might put that down to the fact she doesn't get the opportunity. Maybe not had much opportunity to do this a long course pool. Kate maybe doing a bit short course, but I don't think she'll have done many long course. Evie Mackey has had a wee bit more opportunity to do that at the tool course pool. And Olivia Caldwell in third place. That's the 1, 2, 3, I believe. And there you have lanes 1 and 2. They will be our first and second in the 13-year-old category, Amber Hinton and Evie Chan. Lucy Hall taking 20-odd seconds off her time though, Lynn. And Olivia Caldwell also improving her time by about 7 seconds. So,
and a bronze medal for Kate Lynn Moulton from the previous heat. Medals at the end of the session.
So, and we have that event just about finished now. Lexi Lamont finishes the race, and she also improves her time by a couple of seconds. All the swimmers all under 20 minutes. And well done, Evie Mackey, and well done to Amber Hinton, the two winners in a manner of speaking. So it looks as though the swim-off will follow the relays. 2 heats, 4 by 100 freestyle relays to finish with.
Just the one team entry by the looks of it from each of the teams. I think it's lovely that they've put in these 4x1s, because there is no contest for these younger swimmers in the British Championships. So it is just for fun. Well, and to be the Scottish champions.
Yes, yeah. It's still fun, Lynn. All these youngsters treat this like a lot of fun, but serious stuff. Cooperton District in 2, Wren in 3, First in 4, Carnegie in 5, Hearts, Heart of Midlothian in 6. So Oscar Muir for Cooper, Murray Johnston for Wren, Zachary Dormer for First, Julian Schott for Carnegie, and Jack James Hamilton for Heart of Midlothian. Known as JJ, I'm being corrected. So JJ Hamilton for Hearts. Thank you. So very close between Wren and Cooper. Murray Johnston leading the Wren team off, who we had the lights this morning. Their boys finished third place, and that was a big surprise. big surprise for Rain as well. I'm delighted for them. And Murray's gone off nicely for them in the first heat. He hands over to Ollie Jeffers, whose big brother was in that winning team. And Cooper will have Zach Strachan. Third place, Carnegie with Fraser Oliver. First have Conor McNaughton and Robbie Snedden for Hearts. At the moment, it's advantage with Wren, going very nicely indeed. Second place is Cooper and District with Carnegie just almost on their tail.
Ollie Jeffords having a really good second leg there for Wren. And he's opened up quite a gap. As you say, you know, really strong swim from them this morning in the 14 to 16 year olds 4x2, and backing it up this afternoon. He's storming away there, isn't he? I think just coming through there in lane 4. That's the team from first. Conor McNaught for them. I think he's going to come through into second place. All on entry times. Of course, you don't know how the teams have been loaded. It may well be that there are some slower swimmers for Wren, but they're certainly determined, and he's set off a stormer. So in for Wren now, it's Jack
Kivin is out for them. First with Nikita Yaniskis, Carnegie with Harry Schwarbeck, Cooper and District, Aaron Jimison, and Hearts with Taimek Chiminowski.
Jack just in the 12-year age group, and he's holding on to his lead really nicely. Yeah.
As we said earlier, Wren, one of the clubs that have virtually had to almost build from the foundations again, and they've got a good core of youngsters. Probably their best oldest swimmer is Adam Scott, who we'll see this evening, who might manage to get on the podium, and he'll be hoping he can maybe win that event. I think it's backstroke he's doing, but Wren are really pulling well clear of the rest of the field. Ryan Crabb will go in for them. Nice to see the blocks as they're ready to take off.
Well, we've got some brand new lane ropes as well in Aberdeen.
Ah, right.
Which is why all of the 15-metre marks and everything like that are all nicely neatened up. Yep. And the blocks, well, they're still the original blocks, but they're still working just fine. I was noticing the green arrow on one of the swimmers' costumes, which of course signifies that it is not a high-performance suit.
Right.
It's an American logo, so it's suitable for their age group swimmers. Of course, with Scottish swimming having got the rule where 18 swimmers that are under 14 cannot swim in a high-performance suit.
Yes. Yep.
Regardless of the meet. So nobody aged under 14 will be wearing a high-performance suit at this meet. That doesn't mean to say they can't wear suits that give them the best performance that they can do without offering that advantage, and it's a good rule.
Well, a nice shot here of our leader Ryan Crabb coming home. Brogan Smith for Cooper and District, Rudy Stevenson for Falkirk, first rider Fuser Muir Carnegie, and Thomas Warwicks for Hearts. But Wren 4:40.14. Well, that's a very nice time. Carnegie 4:50.70 in second, and first 4:51.99. So a very strong finish for Carnegie, gets them into second, just ahead of first, with Cooper and Hearts fourth and fifth.
Yep, 4:40.14. That sets the pace.
It sets the pace, yep.
Gives everybody else a target. I don't think it will be strong enough to take a medal. We've got the big teams coming up, but it's
all about points. Some points,
and it will have pushed them up the rankings as well.
Indeed. If that gets them 8th or 9th spot, and it gets them some points, and it's double points for relays, it all counts. And we'll be able to give you that tomorrow morning, Lynn, when we're doing this. So just before we go on to our second heat, I'm just confirming the 1, 2, 3 in that 1500 free. Those will get presented with medals at the end. In our 13-year-old category, Amber Hinton from Dumfries, Evie Chan, North Ayrshire, Caitlin Morton, City Glasgow. In our 14-year-olds, Evie Mackey, South Lanarkshire, Kate Nolan, Warner Bass, and Olivia Caldwell from City of Glasgow. So our final heat, Lynn, we have Gary in 0, Inverclyde in 1, Warner Bass in 2, Aberdeen Dolphins 3, City of Glasgow 4, Aberdeen Performance in 5, South Aberdeenshire 6, Stirling Swimming in 7, South Ayrshire 8, and East Lothian in 9. Austin McPherson for Gary, Blake Herman Inverclyde, Finlay Duffin Warner, Jacob Papelbaum for Aberdeen Dolphins, Aaron Machin, City Glasgow, Sky Kubushai from Aberdeen Performance, Alex Cantley, South Aberdeenshire, Kaelin Cardy, Stirling Swimming, Sam Curry, South Ayrshire, and Alex and Preet, East Lothian. Lynn.
Great start from Aaron Machin representing City of Glasgow. Saw him swim a really cracking 200 metres breaststroke, and he's coming in, backing it up in the freestyle for the relay. Also going well for Geary, Austin McPherson. He was also in the breaststroke, wasn't he?
Yes, yes he was. Yep.
Some good, strong, younger swimmers here. Between these two, as we're coming up towards the 100-metre mark and the first takeover, I think Aaron Machin is going to hand over first. And taking over from him, it will be Andrew Patterson. For Geary, it will be Max Kelly.
Michael Gavin goes in for Aberdeen Performance in 6. Stirling have Sam Lee, South Ayrshire, Max Corrigan, East Lothian, Ross Winters, Inverclyde, Finlay Maurice, Warner, Ethan Nolan, Aberdeen Dolphins, Aidan Anderson. Still as we were, Lynn.
Yes, although I think looking at it, Geary, I think have front-loaded their team. I mean, they've got some good, strong swimmers coming back up, but they are younger ones, and I think we will see the bigger teams with that greater strength in depth coming through. But hey, who knows? City of Glasgow, though, at the moment, and it's Andrew Patterson putting in a really good second leg for them, but just coming through now for Dolphins. Dolphins are a big team, and up and coming. Scottish Swimming's most recent club of the year.
Club of the year, indeed, yeah.
And it's Aidan Anderson in the water for them. He's going to hand over to Harry Cook, but out in front it's Samuel Ruff, just gone in for City of Glasgow swim team, and in for Geary goes Blair Tetlow.
So can the Dolphins from Aberdeen challenge City Glasgow? Races on here. We might have a cracker to finish that last 100. City Glasgow coming under pressure. Harry Cook is making a late charge, and they're miles clear of the rest. Race is certainly on here, Lynn. Aberdeen Dolphins off the turn, hit the front. City Glasgow, Samuel Ruff, they have a really fast swimmer, Nikolai Sisnet, to finish, so I think the Dolphins have got to be a couple of seconds ahead to give them half a chance. That's the way I'm reading this. Well, Aberdeen Dolphins have really stormed this one.
Look at the team from Inverclyde go as well. They've gone past the team from University of Aberdeen Performance in lane 5, and Inverclyde looking good there for the third place potentially. That's Lewis Bray. He's going to hand over to Leighton Bonner.
Well, the gap is 2.3 seconds. I don't even think that's going to be enough, Lynn. Nikolai Sisnet will eat this up without any problems at all. He's storming down this 50. Nicholas Sisnet is going to do the business for them.
Yeah, Austin McCall giving it his all, I think, but I think he's going to have to concede this one. And University of Aberdeen Performance are coming back on the team from Inverclyde in the water for University of Aberdeen Performance at the moment.
Inverclyde, as you say, are doing well in third, or fourth.
And Leighton Bonner for them.
Oh, it's all done by the shouting here.
Yeah, I think Geary are also going to concede the Aberdeenshire battle to South Aberdeenshire, who've come up quickly on them. But City of Glasgow, and he's looking very comfortable out in front, having worked very hard to go past. Look at that. I think the win is theirs.
It's all about third place. Can Inverclyde snatch third place from lane 1? It looks like they're just going to do that, Lynn. Fantastic for Inverclyde.
Good swim,
getting the
Inverclyde.
bronze medal. City Glasgow win that by a stonking margin, 4:19.59, 4:24.45 for Aberdeen Dolphins, and 4:30.52 Inverclyde, just ahead of Aberdeen Performance, 4:31.45.
And Geary, who did so well for so long, well inside their entry time, so I hope that they're pleased with that. They should be proud of it, finishing in 8th place there, and that looks as though it's a confirmed result with no casualties. So medals at the end of the session.
We have the swim off now, Lynn.
Yes, after the swim off.
So a bit of fun. I think we were 104.49 for these girls. I'll just double check that.
So Abby McAnany,
Yeah.
Lexi Lamont and Jessica Hill.
It was 104.49, so interested if we get a dead heat here.
Lexi Lamont has just got out of the water.
So a lot of parents in front of us cheering on one of the teams. I don't know whether that's because they did a PB or they've got a medal.
Like I say, Lexi Lamont just out of the water, I think, from the 1500 free, which explains why the 100 swim-off wasn't after that.
Yeah.
You would normally expect it to be before the relays, so that the relays finish off the session.
Yeah.
But I'm not surprised she wanted a bit of a break. I would. A little bit twitchy at the start, but away nonetheless. Between the two girls in the white cap just now, so Abby McAnany and Lexi Lamont. And all back together again. So 104.49, the time for them to beat, and it just looks as though it's Jessica Hill making her way towards the front, having conceded over the first 25 metres. She turns first, 30.56. So what the swimmers got on the way back, really good turn there from Abby McAnany.
Well,
so between these two as we come towards the finish and inside the final 25 metres, they have left Lexi behind.
not much in it. Abby I think is just
Edging it.
just possibly, but Jessica's coming back very strongly on the touch. Oh, it's just Abby. 103.78. Well, disqualification in that one. Lexi Lamont, the technical infraction, 103.83. Well, could they not have done that earlier on? They would have been comfortably, well, one of them would have actually got into the final in that one, 103. Sorry, they would have been first reserve rather than 103.76 was the slowest going into that.
We need you now to master all 4 presentations. I can confirm.
Well, that's some of the swimmers from earlier today.
Yeah, so medley relay presentations as well as the 1500 presentations at the end of the session. So I think they'll be collecting the 1500 metre medal winners and those who've recently got out of the water for the 4x1. Glasgow winning that one. Dolphins, I think it was second.
Dolphins second.
And
Yep.
Inverclyde in third
Inverclyde
place for the
third,
bronze
yes.
medal.
Yep. So presentations will be up and coming very, very shortly. I wonder if the caption that you're showing is that Evie Mackey? Maybe not.
Super swim there, 18:13, 87.
So it's just a wee recap, I think, of some of the swims earlier today.
So that was a good session. Finals to look forward to.
Some cracking swims. Very fast times in that 1500. So we've got some presentations for that freestyle that we saw a wee bit earlier on. And we have our three swimmers. So a bronze medalist in the 13-year-old gauge category from City of Glasgow is Caitlin Morton. And the 14-year-old bronze medalist, also from City of Glasgow, Olivia Caldwell. Our silver medalist in the 13-year-old age category from North Ayrshire is Evie Chan. And the silver medalist in the 14-year-old category from Warner Bass is Kate Nolan. Scottish National Age Group champion in the 13-year-old age group category from Dumfries is Amber Hinton. Well done, Amber. And the Scottish National Age Group champion in our 14-year age category winner from South Lanarkshire is Evie Mackey. Now the photo shoot. Nice camera angle. Great to see these girls on the podium getting presented with those medals. That's something that they'll treasure for all their life. In some cases that might be the only time they're ever on a podium, Lynn, so cherish the moment.
Yes, as you say, you know, we're not seeing as many podium presentations. I think it's great to have them here at the Scottish National Age Groups. It'll be interesting to see how well it goes this evening, because there's a lot of presentations, a lot of age groups, a lot of events. But it's worked well here this afternoon. Hopefully got everybody back into the swing of it. And we'll be able to do it nicely on time. And well, Scottish Swimming organises it well with people who are trying to support the swimmers to get through to the podium on time. But they won't wait.
Yeah. So the next presentation we've got is the 4x100 metres freestyle. Inverclyde are bronze medalists. They are Blake Herdman, Finlay Maurice, Lewis Bray and Leighton Bonnar. Well done, lads. The silver medalists are Aberdeen Dolphins, Jacob Papelbaum, Aidan Anderson, Harry Cook and Austin McCall. Well done, lads. And our gold medalists, Scottish National Age Group champions from City of Glasgow. They are Aaron Machin, Andrew Patterson, Samuel Ruff and Nikolai Cisnet. Well done, boys. So, photo shoot again, and that's us, Lynn. So thanks for joining us. Thanks, Lynn, for holding the fort for the first 45 minutes. We're back for evening sessions coverage, as you can see, 5:10. So please, if you can, join us for the finals this evening. So thanks very much, Lynn, and from myself, Robert Taylor. Bye bye from Aberdeen Sports Village.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you.